Are you struggling against decks like Full of Wanderees, Eldridge, even Live Twin? These nasty control decks are controlling you, holding you down. Well, not with Branded Fusion. These are my highlights dominating control decks. We are live right now on twitch.tv/Dkayed hosting the $1,000 meta tournament qualifier with this new box. Come on over to see how well Branded Despia dominates. Yes, Evil Twin is considered a control deck where most of their back row is in their hand. What we need to be playing around here is that both twins are going to be summoned off of the Trouble Sunny, resulting in a draw and destroying a card we control. Let's start this off with a Fright for Patchwork, grabbing a Polymerization and the Edge Imp Chain. That is going to be triggering the Frost to draw a card. We're not going to Ash Blossom that. We are going to Aliber, activate Search, and get negated by Effect Veiler. Effect Veiler is more than once per turn they could activate, so it's not like an Ash Blossom. We are still trying to bait the hand before we whip out the Branded Fusion. We're going to Polymerize using the Ash Blossom because we need 3 different monster names to summon Guardian Chimera. Now, Guardian Chimera is going to be amazing here. We're going to Chain Link block the Chimera so we do not get Ash Blossomed, as we are attempting to draw 2, pop 1, non-targeting. Also, we cannot be targeted while we have a Polymerization in the graveyard. That is incredible. He's going to be chaining the Trouble Sunny, summoning both of the twins onto the field. He cannot activate to pop us. He will be able to draw, though. We are going to take out the back row and not the monster, which could have stopped a draw, but then he would be able to summon the Leela from the graveyard to pop another card that we would want to play. Allure of Darkness is eating that Ash. That is very good for us, because now that we have eaten the Ash, we could whip out the Branded Fusion. Sending the Despian Tragedy to summon the Lubellion. We are going to be searching with the Tragedy. We have already used up our normal summon, but that's okay. We're going to grab Libitum. Come to me, Libitum. Effect Veiler again. Now, this is kind of like having to play around a skill drain. We're going to chain Branded in red to use the Lubellion as part of the fusion summon to dodge the Effect Veiler or dodge something like a skill drain. Sending Lubellion with the Branded in red before the Effect Veiler resolves. We're going to summon an Albion, and then we are going to resolve the Effect Veiler. No effect. We're going to be searching for the Libitum, and we are now going to resolve the fusion that is not negated to summon Mirror Jade. Mirror Jade is here ready to get banishing if we want to. Now Albion is going to be activating on summon, banishing from the graveyard, hand, or field. Fusion summon into Despian Quiritis. Despian Quiritis, reduce the field to 0 attack. I'm gonna maintain my Mirror Jade in case we don't win this turn, but we are winning this turn. Let's get to it. Lethal damage of the Mirror Jade, and that is how you play against the control deck. This is what we're dealing with. We have an Empin, which is going to be able to negate any special summon monster in attack positions. So if you have fusions, you could summon them in defense and thus nullifying the Empin effect of negating us. He also has the Dreaming Town, which could flip our field face down if he tribute summons, also allowing him an additional summon. If we normal summon, that will trigger the field spell, so we do have to be careful with that. If we drew better against Full Wanderees, what you would want to do within the draw or standby phase, activate Branded Opening. Try to make all your plays in the draw in standby phase. The Branded Opening could then summon the Aliber. He's not going to be able to activate the Dreaming Town. And then ideally you want to make a Branded in red play summoning a Chimera. If you could do that, Chimera get poppin', pop the back row, pop the field spell, then you have a much better chance of winning this matchup before they even make additional plays. Now we have to be forced into the main phase 1, which is what they want, so they could finally use their Dreaming Town, which is going to possibly be okay. He's going to very likely whip out the Barrier Statue, which will restrict us from special summoning. We can't Polymerization, we can't Branded Red, we can't Branded Fusion. We pretty much can't do anything. He's going to Rabina, grab the Barrier, and just like that, we're going to try to attack over it. Aliber getting negated by the Impermanence. We already have Fusion and Red and Polymerization. I did not even need that search. That's fine with me. Looks like we have a clear attack. He locked up his field by summoning too much, so his field spell did not work. Main phase 2, Branded Fusion. Now let's get flaming on. Lubellion on summon, activate Chainlink 1 in defense, Tragedy, Chainlink 2. We're gonna grab Libitum. Libitum is the way. We're gonna Fusion Shokan into the Mirror Jade. Mirror Jade is going to be able to activate, sending the Albion, banishing off the field. Get out of here, Empin. Grabbing another Fright for Patchwork with the Edge Imp. We're going to Polymerize into using the Mirror Jade into a Masquerade. We want to burn him to death. The Ad Libitum's going to resummon Mirror Jade onto the field. We're going to Mirror Jade, sending another monster to the graveyard to get a search in the end phase to banish his monster. We're going to activate the branded in red Fusion Shokan a second time into a second Masquerade. We are not done. We've only just begun. The Brigrand is going to grab a Tri-Brigade monster effects negates. And we're going to have a branded in red for a giant Chimera play. And let's go. He's going to be summoning the Toucan. Minus 1200 KW. He is going to be adding the Empin back to the hand. That is useless against me. He's going to burn again for another 1200 to, oh boy, actually that's a problem. Dreaming Town's going to flip down our Masquerade, so no more 1200 damage for you. The Empin is also going to be searching, and the burn is now gone, sadly. The Unexplored Winds will be a problem as it will allow him to tribute summon using my fields. We do not want that to happen, so before he's able to make that play, we are going to branded in red. The Mad Lad's got Max C also. Great. Ad Libitum's going to be our target with our branded in red to add to the hand to then Fusion Summon. Let's conclude this Fusion Summon using 2 on the field. If we use the field, that pops. If you use the hand, that draws. 2 on the field means pop 2. 1 from the hand means draw 1. Chimera, effect, activate. Pop 2 cards on the field. Ad Libitum will add to another draw with the Max C, but I'm willing to go for it. This is the non-targeting pop. He has no idea what we're popping. Continually summoning in defense. We do not get negated by the Empin. Goodbye to the Empin, and goodbye to the Unexplored Winds, and goodbye to this Floowandereeze Fool. That is what I'm talking about. What a pretty nice hand. We're going to shotgun the branded fusion to trigger the tragedy, activating the Lubellion, discarding the Edgem chain to trigger it to grab a Fright for Patrick as we grab an Alibur to normal summon. We already have a branded in red, so what are we going to be searching for with the Alibur? Let's follow up with that Fright for Patrick first, then we'll think from there. Poly and Edge Imp to the hand. We still have our normal summon, using it up with the Alibur, grabbing the branded opening, which will be searching for our Ad Libitum. Discarding the Edge Imp, Ad Libitum, if used for a fusion, will be summoning the Mirror Jade back in the field. Mirror Jade banishing itself. Now we're going to make Masquerade. Masquerade is here, minus 600 per card activation, as the Ad Libitum is going to be summoning the Mirror Jade onto the field, and we're going to use the branded in red to summon a second Masquerade. First turn kill, activatable Mirror Jade, and we're going to be searching for a branded in red. What we could do is you could brand it in red, add from the graveyard. You don't even have to fusion summon. You could then discard with the Super Poly, but that would probably not be good because we have the Ad Libitum. Ad Libitum with the Mirror Jade's going to make a fusion. The Mirror Jade will resummon onto the field for a double banish. Double banish, double 600 per card activation with the Super Poly. What the? Sandayan? I ain't reading that. We're going to banish you in the battle phase. Get the hell out of here. Triple, oh, double set, only double set. Branded in red during the end phase. Grab the Ad Libitum, and it looks like he doesn't plan on activating anything, so we're just going to use the Masquerade for a fusion summon into the Guardian Chimera before he could even activate any back row cards. We're going to completely wipe up both of those back rows and resummon our Mirror Jade back on the field. This is how you crush a control deck. You will not control me with your back row. I do not think so. What? Ring of Destruction, Dimension Wall. What the hell are we playing against? Let's go. Everything to attack position is enough for lethal damage. We're going to still use the Tragedy to grab back the branded fusion, activate the branded lost. Yeah, sure. I'm sure your connection failed. Get out of here. Well, looky here. It is Eldridge. We are going to negate. You definitely want to negate that with Ash because they do not have the pot of E, which is only activatable at the start of the main phase. Otherwise, you know, if they have this, you would activate it. Triple back row against Branded Despia. Branded opening is going to be triggering the Tragedy. We're going to be summoning an Ad Libitum since I already have an Alibur in my hand. He is going to, there can only be one. We are going to chain. Branded in red. He is going to be chaining Dogmatica Punishment. Okay, that will destroy my Ad Libitum, and then we are going to be able to normal summon our Alibur. We can only have one type of monster here. We are going to Fusion Shokan into Lubellion using the Fallen Albaz and the Alibur. Lubellion, activate, discard Tragedy. Unfortunately, no card effect there. we're now going to make Mirror Jade. And as long as we don't summon another worm, we're good. So we have a worm, we have a fairy, we need a different monster type. Per the there can only be one. Branded Fusion, sending Fairy Tail Snow and Albaz for an Albion. Now we have a dragon, we have a worm, we have a fairy. Activate the Albion. Can we summon another monster that's a different type? Banishing the Libitum to summon the Quiritis. Now we have a fiend, fairy, dragon, worm. We do not care. He is going to activate Conquistador. Mirror Jade, banish that fool off the field. I do not think so. 2,500, 2,500. Finish this Eldritch fool. Oh God, I am BMing here. Please, I don't normally do this. We're banishing to summon Fairy Tail Snow. Lethal damage. Now, we weren't lucky enough to play against any Mad Lads in the ladder playing Skill Drain, but I'm still going to tell you how to play around this nasty card. Skill Drain, what does it do? It drains your skill and they auto-win because your monsters are continually negated. Well, not against Branded. Looking at the Branded Despia deck breakdown page, we have the automated way that people are playing this deck, and to play around Skill Drain, we have some good tools. Our main card to deal with the Skill Drain is going to be Chimera. Chimera is going to be destroying 1 to 2 cards on the field, but will be negated by the Skill Drain. So what do? You want to chain to your Chimera activating on the fields either a Fairy Tail Snow, a Super Polymerization, or a Branded in Red. Now, Branded in Red and Super Polymerization under Skill Drain, you're going to have to hard draw these cards. But the Fairy Tail Snow, you could send to the graveyard with Branded Fusion. Branded Fusion with Fairy Tail Snow being sent to the graveyard to summon the Albion. They'll probably flip up their Skill Drain then, which you are in a bit of a pickle right then because your Albion is now being negated from fusing into whatever you want to make. But if you could then follow up with your Polymerization or Branded in Red to make your Chimera, you will then Fairy Tail Snow, chain link 2, 3, 4, 5. It does not matter. Banish that Chimera off the field, and you will resolve the effect of popping that Skill Drain plus another card, or just pop 1 and draw 2. Very quickly, this is the deck list I'm using. It's very similar to my Branded Mirror Match video. I have just added in a Forbidden Droplet for those Mad Lads that are summoning the Barrier Statue against you. If you're losing to Floowanderee's Barrier Statue, consider playing more Droplet. 2, 3, however you want to play it. That is the deck. That is the video. Look out for more videos from me on Branded Despia. I'm not sure how much more you want. I just love this deck. We are out.